What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon, the crypto universe. Today's Tuesday, May 13th. Now, primarily what we're going to be talking about in today's video is the likelihood of Dog Bitcoin being listed on a tier 1 exchange called Kraken. Now, Peter, who is the asset listing manager behind Kraken, has shared with us some hints that potentially this is going to be listed hopefully pretty soon. I don't know when, but I'm going to share with you my thoughts and my opinions on that. But what's really important is that we're seeing something in the altcoin rally that's happening right now, that a golden cross has formed that we haven't seen in 4 years. Now, as I'm covering this video at the end, I want to share with you charting analysis because there is some manipulation within the dog price. I'll share with you who that possibly is and where you can expect the dog breakout to happen, hopefully within the next 17 days. So let's not waste any time, let's get right into it. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X, and please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So Dog right now is around a 380 million market cap. Now let's see how Bitcoin is doing. Right now it's up around almost close to around 1%, not that much. It's hovering around 103,000 US dollars. It used to be around $104,000 as of this morning. Now, with this little dip that we saw back here, let's correlate that with Dog Bitcoin's price by putting these two together. So how's Dog been performing against Bitcoin's price over the past day? It looks like Dog is underperforming compared to Bitcoin's price. Now, if you look over the past 7 days, Dog is up 50%. Over the past month, Dog is up 147%. Over the past year, Dog is up 61%. Overall, Dog is only down 15%. Remember, this used to be roughly around 60-70%. So the fact that Dog is returning back to the upside and your Satoshis are growing in value because you bought the dip is quite extraordinary. Now, where's Dog Bitcoin standing in terms of ranking? Still at 149. Not much has changed there. So I also want to talk about the trading volume over the past 24 hours that Leonidas has shared with us. There's been 33 million US dollars, up 39% over the past 24 hours. Keep in mind, this is all organic trading volume. This is not supported by any tier 1 centralized exchange. Now, in terms of tier 1 exchanges, they usually have trading volume over hundreds of millions. So it could be over 100 million, 200 million, just dependent on which meme coin that you are trading. Now, another thing I kind of want to zoom out, look at this. This is the top meme coins by market cap. Now it is at $79 billion, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now the reason I brought that up is because not too long ago, we were at a low of $50 billion. This used to be at around $100 billion, dropped as low as $50 billion. And then just last week, we were at $63 billion. Now we're at $79 billion. Now, obviously, dog-themed meme coins are going to capture the most market share as they have the largest market cap compared to any other meme coin by far. And as you can see, we are really early on in this bull run for meme coins. Soon, we're going to reach back to over $100 billion, and Dog will lead that charge. Altcoin season is still kind of leaning towards Bitcoin season, meaning that Bitcoin is having dominance as of right now. And yesterday we saw a big pump, but we're seeing now a massive dump of altcoin season falling into Bitcoin dominance. But we'll see how long this lasts. Even if Bitcoin dominance continues to trend, I think Dog Bitcoin will absolutely trend right behind it, just garnering your sats and Satoshi levels to more valuable returns rather than just keep it in Bitcoin. Now, one thing that you need to pay attention to is this. This specific image is sharing with you the golden cross. Now, the golden cross is for the altcoin market cap. This is just altcoins. This is not Bitcoin, just altcoins. We have not seen a golden cross for altcoins since 2021, 4 years ago to this date. And after that golden cross happened, we saw a massive bull rally for altcoins back in 2021. Now, guess what? We're seeing the exact same thing happen here very early on with the golden cross. And soon you're going to see something very similar to this, where we're going to see the altcoin market surpass its all-time high of $1.6 trillion and possibly up to $6 trillion. This is going to be a lot of FOMO, not just within Bitcoin, but all your favorite meme coins as well. Meme coins are going to capture a lot of attention. Why? Because meme coins have outperformed utility tokens, gaming tokens, all the tokens that you can think of in the crypto market. Meme coins actually are some of the best performers, but also some of the worst performers. So that's why you have to choose the blue chip meme coins, especially for me. My main focus is the #1 meme coin on the largest blockchain. which is Bitcoin and dog on Bitcoin. Moving on. Now, some other news that's happening is that we're having more buy buttons out there. Dog now you can buy within the app of Xverse by just using Apple Pay, using Google Pay, maybe even credit cards. And you could buy Bitcoin within the app and then use that Bitcoin to swap for dog. This is all within Xverse. Now I want to get right into what the main video is all about, which is Kraken. What is the likelihood of Kraken listing dog pretty soon? Now, this is what I've noticed as of yesterday. Now, Bruin, he says, how many likes can the dog army generate to convince Kraken and Peter to spot list dog? It would kickstart the bull run. Now, Peter puts in a heart emoji, or within your hands, the heart emoji. And I want to pay attention to why something like this, a little tweet like this, can symbolize something as if a spot listing is nearing just around the corner. Now, not too long ago, back on April 23rd, Kraken Exchange talked about Farcoin, and one of the community members within the dog army, his name is Rodrigo, said, "Forgot about dog, Peter?" He says, "Never." This was back on April 23rd. And then also back on April 29th, when Dog Bitcoin, or aka Dog Bitcoin Brazil, noticed my post, noticed Peter responded to it, and it was asking basically, when are they going to spot list dog? Down below, General Hedge says, why are US exchanges so slow to innovate? They can't even figure out how to list a coin when their entire business is to list coins, LOL. Well, Peter said, we list on an average of 5 tokens per week, dude. And then General Hedge says, okay, great. So how many coins are in queue ahead of dog? So let's pause right here. So at least we know on average that Peter and also the Kraken team list on average 5 tokens per week. So say for instance Lo-Fi, which is a recent token that just launched on Kraken, they saw roughly a 40% increase in their trading volume ever since the announcement of them being listed on the exchange. And by the way, Lo-Fi's market cap is only 17 million. It's not that high, and it's on the Sui network, and we know that Sui is really popular right now. And he says GM. Notice that every time Peter responds to specific tokens, it's very simple. It's like a heart emoji, GM. It's all hints to something where, okay, he's paying attention. Now, if you go back to his post, if you look at all of his replies, he'll always be responding to the dog army. And the reason that's always important is because I've noticed that in his recent replies to the dog posts, it's been getting stronger and stronger over the coming weeks. And that's why I say pay attention to what he's doing, because he is saying stay tuned. And that's in regards to dog being listed on Kraken. Now, you need to understand who Peter is. Peter is not just some asset listing manager, he's the asset listing principal. He's one of the main people behind listing tokens on Kraken. And that's one of the things that he's focusing on, is pretty much providing people to achieve financial freedom and inclusion. That's what he says right down below. But he has 15 years experience within this, and he's been with the team of Kraken for roughly 6+ years. So he's not just some new person within the team. He's been with Kraken since like the bull run started for cryptocurrency even before 2020. Peter's a huge supporter of dog. He wants to see dog listed on Kraken. And why? I believe that dog is going to be listed on Kraken very soon. Now, I asked in a post yesterday, when Kraken FX will list dog for spot trading, how much will you acquire on day one once it's listed? Even with 4,000 views, aka impressions, roughly around 769 votes were tallied up, and 34% of you said that you would invest roughly around $1,000 or more into dog on Kraken. Roughly 20% of you said $10,000 or more. 10% of you said $100,000 or more, and then 33% of you said $1 million or more, just in USD value to buy dog on spot trading on Kraken. Now, before dog is going to be listed on Kraken, there's going to be a lot of manipulation within the floor price. Now, Polis, who I absolutely respect because he's paying attention to the manipulation, he says that there are 85 pending orders, and by that time it was roughly around 109 pending orders. These orders were from the same wallets associated with suppressing the price of dog, and now is buying them back. They tricked you into thinking that the price of dog was going to go down. And then there's this specific wallet right here, which I will share with you again in a little bit. Now, he noticed that within the top 50 wallets on Magic Eden, they recorded roughly around a 7-day trading volume of $2.5 million US. This wallet contributing roughly around 27% of that trading volume, and it has $713,000 in that volume alone. And that wallet right now has 129 sell orders as I'm recording this specific video. This wallet is manipulating the floor price, ladies and gentlemen. Do not be fooled. So if you see the price of dog dip, That means this wallet and many other wallets out there with bots or market makers using bots are trying to trick you that dog is going to go down. Now, check out the charting analysis. This is really important. So when we saw massive pumps to the upside, like this very first pump right here, we saw a retracement back down roughly around 33%. Then we saw another pump, and then we went back down roughly 50%. And then we saw another massive rally up, and then we took another dip, roughly 31%. Now, when you're seeing this pump right here, we haven't seen a 50% or even a 30% dip. We're only seeing roughly around a 8% to even 13% dip. Now, the reason I'm sharing these past dips is because these bots are going to manipulate you to thinking that you're going to go down in price, that this is dead. We call this the disbelief section within the emotional or at least psychology of market cycles. This is the disbelief. That means that not many people think that this will even continue to rally, that this is just one pump. Now, there are two different deadlines where I think dog could have a major breakout, right? Regardless if there's even a retracement. So right here, I think there could be a breakout within the next 17 days. And also, I think there could be another breakout in the next 52 days, regardless of the upside. But what I want to see is that I want to see this price of dog go above the 200-day moving average line, which is this green line. And you can see that the 50-day moving average is still having this sharp curvature, which is still saying that we're in a buyer's market. But also, we need to get to this specific point right over here, because if we get above 460 million market cap and we break out, that means that there's confirmation of a parabolic run. And that could be due to the Kraken announcement of the dog spot listing. It could happen anytime within the next 17 days or the next 52 days. So it can either happen right around here, or it could break out right here, or more specifically right around here at the specific level, because these two lines are big support levels and resistance levels, which is this orange box right here within dog's price. But I would not be surprised if manipulators are trying to bring the dog price down, just believe it or not, to around 270 million market cap. That could be a sharp retracement, and it may not even be these bots. It could be Bitcoin's price. Bitcoin could fall below 100,000. We don't exactly know, but there is major interest in suppressing both the prices of dog and Bitcoin together. So before I close out this video, you remember yesterday I made a video about not to short dog because of all the data and analytics that I'm seeing right now regarding dog's price, looking for that parabola breakout from any announcement, or even not even an announcement from Kraken. It could be anything. It could be Slingshot, it could be odin.fun, Asia getting exposure to runes, aka Dog Go to the Moon, which is an OG rune. There's a lot of different callous events, and also a short squeeze that could happen for dog Bitcoin that would send the price of dogs skyrocketing because short traders are getting greedy. Because of that video that I made yesterday, it literally took the price of dog roughly around a 380 million market cap as low as 340 million market cap. I swear to God, I can't tell if these people are watching my videos, but they know that they're tricking people into thinking that dog's price is going low. So keep in mind, there are a lot of people, not just retail or whales watching my videos, but there are definitely market makers watching my videos as well. So really, you have to outpace these people who are trying to outsmart you. And really, to me, the best way to outsmart them is to not leverage trade. All you have to do is dollar cost average and hodl. That's all you have to do. It's as simple as that. So that pretty much concludes the video, and I just want to remind everybody that you have to put your emotional indicators on the side. Your emotional indicators are actually going to be stacked against you while you're actually holding or even trading Bitcoin. So only focus on data and analytics. They will help you in the best way, shape, or form to best hodl through the storm, avoid the volatility, and ride this thing to the moon. So let me know your thoughts down below, and I cannot wait to read them. So smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our updates and alpha calls regarding Dog on the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.